Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a Timely Tarot Oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, and it's delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe, through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so just take what parts work for you, leave the rest, and we are going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Fool on a new journey. Yay! An adventure. That's awesome. So the Fool starts his journey in the Major Arcana. He is on a brand new journey. So this is talking about a cycle in your life has ended and a new cycle's beginning. And you notice you don't have much baggage here. So you're free to kind of make choices as you go. And this little dog is like talking about having a companion that is encouraging you on your way and possibly warning you not to fall off the cliff here. This person, this is representing being in a very happy energy and moving forward and really feeling like you're divinely guided. It's a really awesome feeling. And look at this, we have a cup of love coming in. So maybe that's the new adventure. So the Ace of Cups is talking about there's some sort of romantic partner that is coming in. The universe is sending you the perfect person for love, and it's like an overflowing love. There's about a lot of, it's like a fountain. The cup just keeps refilling. So this is talking about a love that could last. And we have a dove here at the top, and so it's representing something that is calm and someone that you can really get along with and that you have a lot of passion for, and you enjoy each other's company, that kind of. And then we have the Three of Cups coming in. So the Three of Cups is talking about there being a celebration of some sort. This card can talk about the best things in life for three, or it can be talking about a celebration that is not involving you. So the reason why I say this is these people, or it's involving you, but maybe you don't know these people. This is three people, and they're toasting each other. But the thing is, they're not looking at each other. So because they're not looking at each other, they're not really toasting each other so much, but they're toasting something that's happened. So maybe there's been an offer of marriage or something, and it's their a family member, and they're pleased about it. What I don't like about this energy is in many cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, it causes 7 years of bad luck in your relationship. So it kind of defeats the purpose. But we'll see. We'll see what this is about. Oh, yes. Okay, I was hoping not, but okay, I really was in the mood for having a lighthearted reading. But we have, this is saying, okay, so this is saying that you had someone that you thought was your divine partner, and it looks like there could have been three people involved in the relationship instead of two. Like there's two swords here, and then there's one in the middle. And you were carefree about this and feeling like it was all that. And there's some sort of energy around here that this is heartbreaking. So a heartbreaking decision has to be made. And so these swords, when you look at it at first, it's very disturbing. But when you look at it again, you realize, wait a minute, the heart is very large in context with the swords. So these are more like, pins or nails. So it's like something someone possibly could recover from. Is this a cliff with a cloud, or is this a human being and their heart's in their throat here? So quite often, like what I don't like about this energy is it can represent gossip and slander and, people talking, like there may have been some sort of energy. Now, this, because this card is here, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what is that in context with? So we're going to put these two like this here, and we're just going to keep this one here for now, because these two are so happy, and then all of a sudden, bang. And so I feel like there's a lot of there's a lot of talk, okay, about gossip and slander. And it could be about someone you love. It could be about you. It could be about you and someone you love, or that you were in a loving relationship with. It could be about something that you love to do or love to, be. It's that kind of energy. And so, but this quite often represents gossip, and it represents someone like on your part, because this reading is for you, that there's some sort of energy here where you can't really speak your truth, or you don't feel you can, and that you have to make a potentially heartbreaking decision has to be made. But in context with these cards, sometimes this can represent the energy of the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. So the subconscious mind are the thoughts that are formed when you're a baby to about the age of 6 or 7. And think back, like you don't remember very much of that time. So you have to rely on other people who are in charge of your care to tell you, oh, you were like this, or you were like that, and you laughed a lot, or you cried a lot, or whatever the energy is. And but the subconscious mind is very heavily imprinted on us, and it can in particular really affect our relationships with others, the way we were raised, etc. The unconscious mind is, a lot of people feel like, hey, I'm a soul or I'm a human being and I have a soul, but actually you're a soul traveling in a human body. And this energy is talking about the unconscious mind are the needs of the soul. So it's kind of your spiritual needs. And then there's the conscious mind. That's what you already understand. And when all three of those come together and they get, plug into your heart's desires, then you can have like this ultimate fulfillment in love. And I feel like that could be the case here. I don't know what the context of this card is with it, but we'll just see. We'll keep going here. Yeah, there has been some definite energy in here. This is like representing an energy of someone who wants to win at all costs. So this could be, maybe you have started a new adventure with someone, and they have an ex-partner or something, and their ex-partner is not happy about it, and it really doesn't involve you or your partner anymore, but this energy's there. That's what I'm feeling. And look at, we have this energy also of this represents, the swords represent your thoughts and your ability to be able to discipline your mind to have what you want in life. And it's also talking, they're double-edged swords. And this is the energy now that I'm picking up when I see this, because, and it goes back to this energy here, because we have subconscious mind is here, and your unconscious, and this is your conscious mind, what you have a handle on. And so it could be a battle of thoughts within yourself, and it could be regarding this new love because of some energy coming in from an ex-partner, or that's the energy I'm picking up. And so this ex-partner may not be happy about this, and is causing problems in the background. That could very much be so. This is talking about battle of wills within yourself, and maybe it's kind of like, oh, it seems so perfect, but we have to deal with this energy, and really, so I'm getting what you want is a little bit of clarity on this. And so you want to make sure, first and foremost, that this relationship was properly ended, that there isn't some relationship there. Or if you're with someone that you just met and they seem like like the perfect match, you want to make sure that they really are single, like they say they are. It may surprise you, but there's a lot of people out there that pretend they're single when they're not. You find out later, hey, you said you were single. Or sometimes this can even represent a situation where people say, oh, I have a partner, but we're just friends now, and we have an open relationship, that kind of arrangement. And so I'm not judging any of it. I'm just telling you there's a lot of versions out there. And so you need to be clear which version this person that you've met is in. And if there is something like that going on, be aware of what's going on, basically. Okay, so now we have the card of reconciliation, and it's sitting right on here. So perhaps, you know how they talk about rebound love? Like perhaps you were started dating someone, and then he bumped into his ex again, and they've started something again, and he hasn't wanted to tell you, or she hasn't wanted to tell you. That kind of energy could be happening. So but when the divine sends someone in, it's for good reason. So we're still going to look at this. This reconciliation can also be that this could be someone that you were with in the past, and you reunited with them in some way. And this energy could be like it's someone that you've known, since you were young. And the energy here is that this card can quite often be an illusion, but basically what this card is saying is there needs to be forgiveness for yourself and for others to be able to move forward in a strong way. And this is saying that to have reconciliation with someone, you really do have to be able to forgive first. Forgiveness paves the path to reconciliation, but you don't necessarily have to reconcile with someone after you forgive them. And this could also be saying that you have been in a very trying situation, and you're finally just moving in. You went through something really hard in your love life, and this is what happened, and it's explaining like that this is someone that maybe that you had known from your childhood, and it didn't work out the way. There was a lot of hidden illusions. There was a lot of this energy. But God is saying, okay, you've healed from this now, and it's time for you to move on and have this love. And this is going to be real love. That could easily be as well. Okay, there we have it. Yay! For some reason, I was put this card over here separate a little bit. So isn't this interesting? Because it's not very many cards. When the Fool starts their journey at the 0 point, and then they go on this long journey, usually it's, there's 21 cards. They come to the Magician first, and then the High Priestess, and it's a learning curve as you go. But this is saying you started on a journey. It didn't turn out, it turned out to be like not the situation that it seemed to be in the beginning, and it's ended. You're done with it, and now you've healed from it. It's like this cycle is complete. So it's not telling us all the steps in between, because maybe it doesn't matter, because perhaps this is the energy you're in right now, is that you've met someone new, but you're still, after you went through a lot here, and you're wondering, like, is it ever possible for me to be vulnerable again in love? Is it possible for me to actually step into a world where I actually would allow myself to really feel love for someone again and be that vulnerable? Because that can be really challenging if you've been through a lot, and it looks like you have. But God is saying, no, you have put all the work in to forgive, and you've kept your heart open. It's time to start a new journey. And I feel like this is what was in between. But we'll put another card down on this and see. Yeah, look at that. So this is talking about, you've been on this journey, and there was a lot happened. But now, because of everything that happened, and because of your choice to move into a new cycle and heal from it, you're at the Empress energy now. So the Empress is all 4 queens rolled into one person, basically. And it takes the life experience. You're not just, some people are born an Empress by title. If you come from a royal family, it's very uncommon. There's not that many. But what I'm saying is that it takes life experience to come to the Empress energy in the tarot deck, because it's representing having the qualities of all 4 queens. So there's the Queen of Cups, which is about love, and she's able to love unconditionally, and talking about has love for her partner, love for her family, love for her children, love for her pets, loves her neighbors. That just someone who's very loving. And then we have the Queen of Wands, who's really sexy and a natural beauty, and she is really good at using her intuition as well as her logic to come to creative solutions in life's problems. So she carries a sunflower with her. So she's really all about happy. Like she has a really optimistic outlook in life, and just a lot of fun to be with. And then we have the energy of the Queen of Swords, who has learned discernment. She's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and has a souvenir. And so you need to come into her correct, or she's not interested in ever going through a situation like this again. She's learned what she doesn't want, basically. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, who is also really good with health, wealth, abundance. It's about lifestyle. Someone who's good with money, understands the value of money. Someone you can rely on. If she says she's going to do something, she does it. And she's known for being very resourceful. She can make something out of nothing, and prefers quantity over quality. So, and the Empress can represent someone that is pregnant with possibility. So it's that's her thing. She's growing wheat, plants the seeds, and she just assumes, of course, it's going to grow. It's meant to grow, and it will do so. And she doesn't worry, you know. She just she generates energy. She's like a magnet to attract all that's good to her. So yes, I feel this is representing the past. That's something you had to heal on, and now you're on a new journey. As an Empress, though, and look at that, God's confirming that. Yes, you're on a destined path, and this destined path is like you're on your pony here from when you were a child. And look at, there's no fear here. You're carrying this banner, and you're on the pony. There's no saddle. There's no reins. And it's a beautiful sunny day, and look at all the sunflowers, and they turn with the sun. So when the sun card comes out, it's the most happy card in the entire deck. And it's shining all this beautiful happiness on you. I can just feel the warmth of the sun right now. And it's winter here, so it feels good. But that feeling, when you have the sun at your back, and the sun has your back basically, and it's just reflecting all this. It's also reflecting truth on your situation. So, and look at this energy here. So yes, this was talking about before you were an Empress. Interesting. Really like this energy. So this is saying, hey, this card is talking about how important your environment is. And it's talking about, if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, he's the genius, he would talk about the 369, and it's a ratio. And he would say, if you only knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And that's what this energy is. It's saying, this is learning about the give and take in life. And I just feel like here in this energy, I feel like you were younger, or you were operating from a place of innocence and wanting to stay innocent. And so this is talking about always keeping six of the coins, the pentacles, to yourself, like always looking after yourself first. And then these 3 in the bush here represent her ability to, okay, if I keep my hand on this 6, I always will have enough to be able to make sure that I can empower myself and continue to empower others. I feel this is learning about the give and take in life, and having a really good understanding of it now. Understanding that, if you're on the airplane, they'll say, if the oxygen masks drop, put yours on first. And if you're a mother and you have little ones, the very first instinct is put the oxygen on them first. But the problem with that is if you faint, then who's going to look after the children? And they're not going to be able to put the mask on you. They're not going to know what to do. And so that's why it's saying you need to look after your own needs and have that ratio, and then have the foresight to know what to invest in and what not to. And when you do invest your time, this isn't just about money. This is talking about investing your time, your love, your energy, that kind of, the abundance that the earth has to offer. But this is like, you've learned that lesson, and you're due for this happy energy now. Yeah, and it was talking about maybe you've been in isolation, and this is God saying, this is your message. If you've been looking for a message about, like, can I ever open, this is how I feel this is, can I ever open my heart to love again? I was so hurt, And this is also implying that it was a lot of people around you that you were hurt by at the same time, maybe their reaction to it, whatever. And so you went and you isolated and you climbed up to the top of the mountain, and this represents, the lantern represents your North Star is in there, shining the light. And it's talking about your purpose. You're supposed to be this loving, loving life, abundant, attract beautiful shift to you like a magnet, and in this happy, sunny energy that you always were in before. It's time to get back to that now. This is saying you've been in isolation long enough, and you're, you need to come down from the mountain. The rod is golden. It's got everything you need to know, and that God is confirming this for you. You do have the ability to heal. You know way more than you knew before this journey started here. And it's time for you to recognize that your subconscious mind, you've healed. Your unconscious mind, your soul is satisfied that you've gone and healed. And now your conscious mind, and so you're congruent with your heart's desires. So you know better than anyone what you really want. And it's time to go for it. You don't have to be in the energy where you have to fight for it anymore, though. It's just going to come to you with ease. I really like this. So if you've been looking for confirmation, this is your confirmation that you're ready to love again. And hey, sometimes when we go up to the top of the mountain to hang out with God, it's hard to come back down again because it's such a beautiful energy. And so this is talking about you're ready. You're ready to embrace life again. Not just in a romantic way, but also in all ways is what I'm getting. Really, really awesome. What a beautiful, gentle reading. Feels like just such a warm energy. So if you're liking this, please do like and comment. It helps me build my channel. And I'm going to clarify with my Oracle Tales from the Vector. And so I started this is a labor of love, actually. I started back in 2007. And I completed all 64 paintings in 2020. And I am now working on it online with you to be able to write the book to go with it and print it out and have it out there. So in the description box below, I will put the cards that I have here, have the numbers of the cards as they're listed in my gallery on my website. So my website is talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS. If you want, you can check it out. And I will, as I said, I'll have the order of the cards in the description box below, so you can take a look at which paintings they are. Okay, and I'm tuning into this energy. It's really awesome. Congratulations on doing all this work to heal yourself. Feels good, doesn't it? There we go. Okay, so this is the card. Yeah, there was some deception. So there was some sort of energy. That was the energy I was talking about. But you've healed from it now. This is what this is saying. And so it's so interesting because I really have never seen someone take the cycle of the Fool from like in 5 cards like this before. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then you're in a new cycle now. Now you're an Empress. That's pretty good. That's really awesome. You must be a quick learner. So the Capricorn energy is about seeing the possibilities in this challenge of being open and loving again. The Capricorn energy is about having a lot of ambition and climbing that mountain to get to the top. Like, so if your goal was to heal, you've done a really good job of it. And it's talking about, this is deep energy because Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn, which is about responsibility. And it's also about being able to see possibilities in the challenges that you face. And so you seem to have done a really good job of that here. So this is awesome energy. Just so you know, when I have the cards coming up that have the horoscope signs on it, I'm not specifically talking about a particular person. It may resonate with you on some level, and that it's cool. Take it as intuitively, but it's not my intention to say this person is a Capricorn and this person is a whatever sign. I'm talking about the state of being. So the state of being is someone who has really understands this pentacle. Capricorn is the most mature of all the Capricorn of the signs that whose element is the pentacle, and the pentacle is health, wealth, happiness, abundance, and that is basically saying your lifestyle and learning the lessons of give and take. And so you've really done that well. And then we have, okay, and it's also ruled by the devil energy is also ruled by Saturn, and so. The energy is just saying that there was temptation here, and that's explaining right here what happened here. So there was some sort of temptation coming in, and this is talking about there was 3 people rather than 2 people in a relationship, and it was heartbreaking on some level for you, and it's just coming up. So the temptation, we're going to cover this card because the devil is not going to be able to tell the truth. The devil is very manipulative energy, and what does the devil send someone? The devil is not going to tempt you with something ugly and smelly. He's going to tempt you with something really shiny and beautiful and something you really want. And sometimes that can be a person, and they're maybe not necessarily who they say they are. So let's just check. Who did the devil send in to do his dirty work? And it's talking about an authority figure of some kind, which is kind of interesting. So the Pisces energy is like talking about a senior executive. So this is someone older, and this could be someone in your family, an uncle. It could be even your father energy. It's a male energy. It's and it's talking about having to sink or swim. So the healing I'm getting that you've had to do has been like really deep from your childhood, and that's the energy that you're in. So the energy is talking about at this stage of life, like this is the final card in the final sign in the zodiac, and this is about having very deep emotions, but having learned how to really control them. So really interesting that it's this. So it's about learning acceptance, and also about sensitivity, like being able to use your senses to understand what's really happening. I feel like you possibly were in a relationship and you were quite young, and you were with someone who was older, and it was more like maybe a father figure to you. And quite often, if women are looking for a father figure, it's because they want to experience that energy, and they didn't feel they had it when they were a child. So, and then look at this. This is confirming, though, that what happened has caused you to elevate your position. A lot of people, like this card can be read that you had battles with other people, which if there was 3 of you in a love relationship, there probably was. And look at, there's a 3 here. But this is also saying that the energy is saying that a lot of, you can read this card as this being you in different versions of yourself. And because you went through this, you became, you learned so much that you are now in the Empress energy, which is, wow. It's like you really put the work in to heal. And there was some indifference there. So yeah, I just feel like there was people that knew about it and what was going on, and you didn't. And so it's kind of an energy of, it's bad enough if your lover is that is not being true to you. But when friends and family knew about it and they didn't tell you, that kind of energy can really hurt on a whole new different level. Requires a lot of strength to be able to come back into your integrity and be able to deal with that. And this, again, this is the impression I got right from the beginning, is that the typical strength card is about a young woman reaching into a lion's mouth, and it's a mature male lion. And I feel like that's kind of that energy. And it's talking about facing your fears that you've had maybe since you were a child. And now that you have done that and you've gone and done the work, you're like, God is saying you're ready for real love, and you'll see the possibilities and the challenges. You'll see when someone, you'll know, like you'll just know you have life experience in this now. And this is talking, yeah, look at that, a father figure. Yeah, that's what this was about. So hey, you went to the father of them all. And the sun is shining now on this energy, and this is saying God is really proud of you also, that you have taken these steps, and that I feel like you maybe have met someone new, and I'm getting it someone very different from the past, and that's the energy that you're in now, because this is the final card coming up, and it's the sign of Libra. And Libra is the stage of life that it represents, is being a mature person who really understands the responsibilities of being a married person, like understands what those commitments are and understands what you're really signing when you sign that dotted line kind of energy. And you can, this is saying you can anticipate the journey. You're there. It's right at the top of the pyramid here. So I feel like, congratulations. I feel like the first step towards having a really happy life is being able to heal yourself from pain in the past, and then allow yourself to be vulnerable again, so that you can enjoy the love that you deserve. I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like and comment if you have, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate with the energy. Enjoy this energy. It's really awesome. Bye for now.